The Auditor-General provides assurance to Parliament on the accountability and performance of the Victorian public sector. The Auditor-General conducts financial audits and performance audits and reports on the results of these audits to Parliament. On the 8th of December 2015, the Auditor-General tabled his Performance Audit Report, Responses to Performance Audit Recommendations 2012-13 and 2013-14. Our performance audits cover a wide range of public sector agencies, services and issues, and as such have the capacity to make a significant positive impact on improving the management and the delivery of public services. However, this can only be achieved when agencies proactively engage with us in developing audit recommendations which they accept and fully enact. We found that there were high levels of acceptance of performance audit recommendations and reports of completed and substantially completed recommendations. The quality of some responses still lack sufficient information to enable us to assess whether recommendations have been fully addressed. In our previous report, these issues were also highlighted and guidance was provided to agencies. This has had little effect. At least 2 years on from when the 2012-13 recommendations were originally made, just over a half of those that were outstanding in last year's report are still not fully actioned. Performance audits are a key mechanism to provide independent assurance to Parliament and the community on public sector performance. Performance audits include recommendations for agencies to implement and are designed to address the issues that an audit has identified with the aim of improving the management and delivery of public services. In 2014, the Auditor-General started asking agencies to specify what actions they plan to take and the timeframes for implementing recommendations. These action plans provide the baseline against which progress is assessed in our follow-up audits. Agencies are required under Standing Direction 2.6F of the Financial Management Act 1994 to closely monitor whether accepted recommendations are implemented and completed in a thorough and timely manner. During 2013-14, we made 482 recommendations as part of 29 performance audits. In addition, there were 180 outstanding recommendations from our 2012-13 audits. We provided each of the audited agencies with an opportunity to respond to each individual recommendation from both years. The focus of this audit was to determine the extent of public sector agency response to and monitoring of VAGO performance audit recommendations. The audit examined whether 49 agencies subject to recommendations in 2013-14 and 30 agencies with outstanding recommendations from 2012-13 audits can articulate responses that directly address recommendations made to them in a timely manner that outline any action taken and, where relevant, timelines for further actions. The audit also examined if agencies can identify and report on how they monitor responses to recommendations. Agencies fully accepted 96% of recommendations from our 2013-14 performance audits. We gave agencies the opportunity to reaffirm their acceptance of the outstanding recommendations from 2012-13, and agencies also fully accepted 96% of these. Agencies reported that nearly 70% of 2013-14 recommendations were either completed or substantially completed. Just over a half of the outstanding recommendations from 2012-13 are still to be fully actioned, and agencies will be requested for a third time to report on this progress. Swift action is now required to complete these outstanding recommendations to ensure that risks are addressed, standards are improved, and efficiencies are gained in a timely manner. We assessed whether agency responses directly addressed the recommendations and clearly explained how recommendations were implemented. Of the 448 fully accepted and acted on recommendations, 81% of agency responses directly and clearly address them. Our report on the 2012-13 recommendations highlighted both high quality and poor responses to help agencies improve their monitoring and reporting practices. However, this has had a limited effect on the quality of responses, which still vary significantly in clarity. Some agencies still need to improve the clarity, completeness, and relevance of their progress reports. On average, agencies reported taking 3.8 months from the audit report tabling date to commence work on recommendations. This was 1.6 months less than reported last year. Similarly, the average time taken to complete recommendations has fallen by 3 months, from 13.4 months to 10.4 months. Generally, agencies started work on recommendations earlier and completed actions sooner than reported previously. The majority of agencies, 82%, reported assigning recommendations to responsible individuals. Nearly half of these individuals held executive management positions. This greater accountability is reflected in the completion rates for agencies that took this approach. Just over half of the agencies reported that audit committees had a role in monitoring progress against performance audit recommendations. However, a fifth of agencies did not provide regular progress reports to their audit committees or identify their committees as playing a monitoring role. Further work is required around compliance with the standing directions of the Financial Management Act 1994 to ensure the oversight the audit committees are expected to provide is achieved. The key messages of this report are: swift action is required to complete the outstanding 2012-13 recommendations. Some agencies need to improve the clarity, completeness and relevance of their progress reports. Further work is required on compliance with the standing directions of the Financial Management Act 1994. The overall message of this audit is that agencies again reported a high level of acceptance and completion of recommendations. However, some agencies need to improve the quality of their progress reports. Relevant audits. Responses to 2012-13 Performance Audit Recommendations, February 2015. Follow-up of Collections Management in Cultural Agencies, August 2015. Follow-up of Management of Staff Occupational Health and Safety in Schools, August 2015. Follow-up of Managing Major Projects, August 2015. All our reports are available on our website. If you have any questions about this or other reports, or if you have anything else you would like to discuss with us, including ideas for future audit topics, please call us on 03 8601 7000 or contact us via our website.